The most important thing you need to know about trading is not just buying and selling, where to buy, how to buy, or the kind of trade you want to do, but liquidity. Have you wondered what liquidity is? Liquidity is the most important thing in trading. Not just about crypto, not just about stock, even in real life, you need liquidity. Liquidity needs to be present for everything financial exchange to be possible. I am Famous, founder of Study Web3 Crypto Academy. In this video, I will illustrate how liquidity works and also tell you how you can provide liquidity in crypto exchanges. So we have vitamin nutrients. This can be represented as a liquidity, and we have 2 bottled water. This is like 20 cl and this is like 50 cl. So stay with me. Let me show you how liquidity works. So I'm gonna put the same amount of vitamin nutrients on this. This is 20 cl and this is 50 cl. What I'm trying to explain is that both of them have like the same amount of nutrients. This 20 cl can represent as 20 million market cap with 100k liquidity. Remember, the liquidity is the nutrient, that's the vitamin in it. And this 50 cl can represent as 50 million market cap with 100k nutrients. Remember, the nutrient is also the vitamin. Now, if I consume this 20 million market cap, or you can call it 20 cl of a water with 100k worth of liquidity, which is the vitamin in it. Do you know amount of nutrients I'm gonna get? I'm gonna get 100k liquidity, or you can call it 100k kg of vitamin. So same thing as this. If I consume this 15 milliliter of water, or you call it 15 million market cap of a token, and the vitamin there is 100k kg, or you call it 100k dollars or something, because liquidity works with market cap, it's going to give me the same amount of nutrients as this. What I am trying to explain is that even if the volume of this water 20k and 50k milliliter of this water, they are different, they still give you the same amount of nutrients. Okay, so I will explain well in a crypto terms, but I just use this as an illustration in a real life terms where you have the same amount of liquidity but different sizes of market cap or different sizes of a token. But at the end of the day, if you consume this water, if you consume this thing, they're going to give you the same amount of liquidity or amount of nutrient you want. Okay, let me explain very well in crypto terms. For beginners, liquidity can be explained as the available amount of money you can exchange for a particular goods. Let me use this water. This water has 50 milliliter of water, but the vitamin there is 100 gram. So what I mean by 100 grams is that there is no more or less of gram in here. You can even top up this water, the gram will not, the nutrient there will not increase. Okay. Also, if you have a phone, iPhone or Samsung you want to sell, it doesn't even matter the price, even if they are selling it $1,000, $2,000, but the available liquidity at a time you want to sell it will be the amount they will price it for. Let me say you went to an urban area where people don't even have that much money to buy phone, but you want to sell your phone. You know the prices of that phone is around $2,000, but at that particular time, the liquidity there will be like $500. So $500 is the cash people can afford this phone with. It doesn't even matter the global price. You come to the urban area, you want to sell the phone, those people there have only $500. So the only thing you can do is either you sell it at that $500 or you don't sell it at all. But what matters at that moment is not the price the phone is sell global, but the amount of liquidity present. So In this case, liquidity is more important. For you to sell it more expensive, you can go where the liquidity is. Maybe you travel to rural area or go to the company that sell it. That's where the lot of liquidity are, and people are buying it there at the global price. In crypto, liquidity is a pool of funds available for token trading. Liquidity makes crypto trading possible. Without liquidity, there can never be any trading because liquidity is just like more money that people can exchange their token with. Let's say you launched a token named Shibino and then you want to exchange it to USDT. If USDT is not there, can you exchange your Shibino to Shibino? It doesn't work like that, but because there needs to be a token for the trade to facilitate. So if you want to trade a token, first of all, you need to check available liquidity in that pool so that you have a seamless trading of a token. You can easily buy and sell because without liquidity, you can't sell. You might be able to buy, but you can't sell. Cannot sell back because there is nothing you can sell to. So sizes of liquidity is very important. For instance, if a token is trading at 10 million market cap and then the available liquidity there is 100K, if someone with 1 million portion of the liquidity of the token wants to sell, if the person sell, the liquidity there is going to get drained. Maybe he has the 1 million amount of the token in his account, but the liquidity there is 100K. If you sell, it might drain almost maybe 90% of liquidity, which is 90K. And then the pricing part there is going to be huge. He only sell 1 million portion of his token and then he walked away with 90K. And the pricing part is going to be huge. Maybe the token from that 10 million market cap will go down to maybe 100K market cap or less, or maybe 1 million or 100, but the pricing part is going to be huge because the person has drained a lot of liquidity from there. So the sizes of the liquidity in a token is very important. The tinier the liquidity, the more risky it is for you to trade there. So higher liquidity gives you a very advantage because if the person wants to sell 1 million worth of his token and the liquidity there is like 5 million out of 10 million market cap, 10 million market cap token, 5 million liquidity, and someone is holding 1 million worth of the token. The person might sell and then maybe walk out with the full or almost the full amount of the value of the token he's holding. Maybe walk away with, let me say, 800K or something like that. And then will still be huge liquidity there and lesser price impacts. In crypto, liquidity and token work hand in hand. Before you launch a token, you need the liquidity for it to be tradable. So some platforms have made it beneficial for people that provide liquidity because if you provide liquidity in some platform, you'll be earning fees from the trading. Maybe some platform charges 0.1% for every trade you do on that platform, and that 0.1% will go towards the liquidity provider. This encourages people to provide liquidity to enable trading. So I'm gonna do practical example on how you can provide liquidity in some platform, but there is things you need to know before providing liquidity. Providing liquidity is not just about providing one side liquidity. Let me say you want to provide liquidity for Chibino, you then have one Ethereum to provide the liquidity for the Shibino. You also need the Shibino to provide the liquidity, like one Ethereum worth of Shibino and one Ethereum. Then you put it together and add it in liquidity pool so that when someone that has Ethereum wants to buy, the pool will release Shibino, and when someone that wants to sell Shibino, the pool will release Ethereum. This understand how it works. You have to have two different tokens that you needed to provide the liquidity of that token. Shibino and Ethereum add it to the pool, and then you will facilitate trading and be earning fees. Okay, we are going to go over to the platform, and then you will see real life example on how you can provide liquidity and trade with the liquidity. Thank you. Stay with us.
In my Solana wallet, I want to illustrate how you can provide liquidity. So we'll be using Metaro for this particular class, and there is other ways you can do that with different decentralized application that you choose for. So in providing liquidity, you need to have both the token you are providing the liquidity and the liquidity you are providing. Let me say the liquidity there is the real money like a stable coin or the particular chain you are providing liquidity for. Let me say this particular chain I'm providing liquidity is Solana. Solana there is the real money there, and the token I'm providing the liquidity for can be meme coin or can also be stable coin. Any token, but you need to have different tokens for your liquidity. I will explain as we go further. So I'm gonna click on Explorer. That's where the centralized application is. So I'm on Metaro. I'll connect my wallet, click on connect so that I can have access to the funds of my wallet. I'm using Software. Then let me go to home screen. This is a liquidity pool platform where you can choose a token that you want to provide liquidity for. So I'm gonna choose Solana USD. See? So okay. I will click on position, then add the amount of Solana I want to provide. Let's say 0.1. This is for educational purpose. I'm not doing this for myself. So I'm not gonna provide the liquidity direct, but I'm just teaching you how you can do so. So when you click on the Solana, then you also give you the amounts of USDC that can be the equal price with both of them. So you need about 9 USDC to match your Solana. So when you have both of them, you can just approve it, but I don't have USDC that can match my Solana, so I'm not providing the liquidity. What you notice here is that when you're providing liquidity, you need two tokens, the main token that you're providing liquidity for, and then stable coin or the blockchain coin. I'm using USDC here, and the main token I'm providing liquidity for is Solana. Now, when the buyer want to buy Solana, maybe the buyer have USDC, then I will take the buyer USDC and give the buyer Solana. And when the buyer wants to sell Solana, I will take the Solana and give the person USDC. That's how liquidity works, and it's very important you note this.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. And there is few other things you need to know about liquidity providing. There is something called impermanent loss, and there is also time for everything, and there is time for you to provide liquidity and make profit from it. For all those things is for advanced purpose. If you want to go into providing liquidity, if you want to go advanced on it, you can contact us from this YouTube channel or anywhere. Most of our links are in our bio. In our bio, you see our Telegram link. That's where you can contact us. Then you can go for our private crypto mentorship, and some of this is what we teach you there. And I promise you're going to learn a lot. So expect more video from us. We're gonna drop a other video about crypto and then stocks and trading as a whole. Stay with us. Thank you. See you soon.